Scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. This is Virginia, and today I have a new layout to share with you. I actually created this project a couple of months ago, before my long social media pause, and now I retrieved it, and I'm finally recording the voiceover because I'm very happy of the way it turned out, and so I think it deserves to be shared. As you can see, I'm starting from this beautiful cut file designed by Paige Taylor Evans, which is formed basically by two parts. These are two floral borders, which are different one from the other, and they are fantastic. So first of all, I'm going to back them, and I'm using paper from the Whimsical collection by Paige Evans, which is full of fun patterns and lots of colors. I really love this collection, and using this cut file is a good way to use a lot of these fantastic patterns. So first of all, I'm baking the flowers, and as you can see, I'm not going to cut one by one all the single pieces on the single petals, but instead I'm working from the center towards the outer, I could say, level of petals or circle of petals, creating layers of paper that I'm going to stick one on top of the others. This not only makes it easier the process of making the cut files, but also gives some dimension, which I think is cool, in particular for these flowers. As you can see, I glued down at the center. Now the first group of petals just on top of the other, and now I'm going to fussy cut the second layer. Sorry, I'm using this floral paper, and you can see I'm cutting as only one piece all this second round of petals, and I'm sticking it on top of the other layers, creating some fun dimensions. Now I finished the first, and sometimes later the second part as well. I think they turned out very cute. Now I want to add something more, some extra texture, so I'm going to stitch. My first idea was to stitch along the border, but what happened is that this strip is too narrow, so when I tried to stitch, it started to tear apart. So I'm going to use a little trick here. I cut two strips of paper a little bit wider than the original border, and I'm going to stitch here. And then I will just glue it on top of the others, and you will see that it will fit perfectly, and you would not even notice that I faked it. As you can see, I'm punching the holes in both strips, and then I will proceed to stitching. First of all, with red embroidery floss, I'm using 6 strands, all the 6 strands of the floss, and I'm making the chain stitch, which I love. By the way, let me know if you would like to know how I make the chain stitching. You can leave me a comment, and I will be more than happy to make a short and easy tutorial. So you will not watch me stitching all the way through. Here it is. You can see I did all the strip, and I glued down, and now I have a perfect border. At this point, I decided that I wanted to add something more, some extra details. So I'm going to stitch a little bit more inside the flowers. At a certain point, I thought of stitching on every single piece of the cut file, but it would have taken me for ages. So, so I decided to limit myself to a few pieces, as you will see. So first of all, I'm going to stitch around this part of one flower and then the next one. But for this, I'm using blue embroidery floss and then making the chain stitch here as well. And I really love the texture that the stitching adds, and and also like to stitch, so it's somehow relaxing. Now, I'm going to use these beautiful papers from the same collection as my background, and my idea is to use these three pictures, which were taken in sequence, and to create a strip of photos this way. So I backed with the same floral pattern that I used before for some part of the cut file, and now I'm going to glue down the two parts of the cut file. They are going to be the top and the bottom border of this picture. Let's say they are going to create a sort of frame. So to glue them down well, I'm using liquid glue and a brush to spread, to lay down the glue. Oh, sorry for my head there. Because it's since there are different levels, it's a bit irregular. I thought that this was the best way to be sure that I have glue everywhere and that I can stick it very precisely or very well, let's say. So here it is. I have my big block with the cut file and pictures, and now I can situate it at the center of the background paper, and I'm going to stick it down using foam because I want to give it some dimension. And I didn't use a big chunk of foam, but different smaller pieces. That's because I noticed that when I cut big piece of foam, normally it creates some sort of tension, while this way with smaller pieces the paper normally stay flat or lay flat, and I prefer because this way the tension is released. So now I'm adding liquid glue to stick it down to my paper. I mean, in this case I'm using the brush just because I have it there. It's not necessary. And I'm going to glue it down. Here it is. So I'm making sure that every single part sticks down. So actually, some of the branches are intentionally left not attached, so that can curl a little bit. Now I'm proceeding to embellish a little bit. Actually, I'm not going to add that much because the layout is already quite busy this way, but I knew since the beginning that I wanted to use these beautiful butterflies, which are cute and perfect for these cut files with flowers. My title is going to be very easy, Whimsical, which is the name of the collection, and I used this chipboard word, which is gold. And I'm looking for more pieces to add. I have actually lots of things of the Whimsical collection, almost everything I think, because I loved it. So I have a lot to choose from. The normal stickers, the chipboard, the cardstock, the stickers, the die cuts, and everything. So I'm going to try different things. and change also things, fuss around a little bit to decide what to put where. But it was a lot of fun. I really love this collection. It's beautiful, and the new Horizon one is even better. Now I want to add some sparkle here and there, so I'm adding a few colorful sequins on the flowers and around them, and this is going to finish off my layout. And I'm really happy how it turned out. I hope you like it too. If you have any questions or any doubts, please let me know. Write in a comment here below the video. And if you liked this project, as I hope you did, please give me a thumb up. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not, I would really love to have you subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye!